Hi guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to the Golf GTI Clubsport. Now I've got a big, very big thing to admit in a second. Before I do that, the things you need to know about this car, the basic on the road price is just over £34,000. This particular one with the extras and stuff is nearly £41,000. It's got a top speed of 155 miles an hour, 0 to 62 in 5.6 seconds. It's a 2-litre engine. It's got 265 PS of power between 5,300 and 6,600 RPM and 400 Newton meters of torque. Anything else? Nah, that'll do. Oh, it's got a 7-speed DSG auto. That's all you need to know. It's a Golf GTI, and my massive... It's very hot in here. Hang on. let me start it. Whew. Firstly, this is part of a VW press day where we get the car for about an hour. We call it a smash and grab. So basically, you get the car for a brief amount of time. Point being that I need to give you a first impressions rather than a full review because I don't have the time to do a full review. However, this particular opportunity in this car I think is more relevant for that kind of thing because the big thing I want to admit is that I've never driven a Golf GTI. I'm a petrol head, a self-confessed, I know that's an annoying word, but I love cars. I have done since I was tiny, but I've never driven a Golf GTI. I've been in a Golf GTI before as a passenger, but I've never driven one. I don't think you can claim to be a full petrol head, proper petrol head anyway, until you've been a driver of a Golf GTI. So this is it, and this is the Clubsport version. I feel like I should be driving a Mark 1 or a Mark 2 first. They do have the Heritage Collection around here, which you can't drive some of those cars, unfortunately, but today is about this. Right, let's go. First thing I want to check is what mode are we in? So we are in comfort. Let's keep it in comfort for the minute, just because I want to see how it is as a normal car. A normal, non-Larry, drive it to Sainsbury's car, basically. Oh, I'm so excited and a little bit nervous. You know, you don't want to meet your heroes, but Golf GTIs they're heroes for most people who love cars because it's the original hot hatch. I know that could be contested. Ooh, okay. I know that could be contested, but get involved in the comments if you want to do that. First impressions of the car itself in terms of the interior. It's obviously a Golf GTI. Look at the seats. It says GTI, but equally it has all the kind of design flourishes from the GTI line. We have what I guess is not real carbon fibre on here, and it's all designed around the driver. Everything is kind of wrapped around me. It's a very exciting place to sit. Steering wheel isn't too big. Hit traffic immediately. Brilliant. I'm in central Milton Keynes, by the way, which, well, if you've been there before, you'll know what it's like. But this gives me time to talk about just sitting in here, really. So, lovely steering wheel. It's got a flat-ish bottom. Great big GTI logo there, just to remind you of what you're driving. We've got the red stitching. Everything's red. There's a red hue around the infotainment system. All of the dials have got red circumferences. It means business, doesn't it? It's red stitching everywhere, actually. I love the colour, by the way. I love the colour of this particular car. Because I'm so used to driving SUVs at the minute, and I've tested a lot of larger cars, it's so nice to get into a proper hatchback. I've not done this for ages. I've not driven it or owned a hatchback for years. Again, I feel like a bit of a fraud because of that. It does obviously have all the modern VW stuff. So we have the modern VW infotainment system, which I won't go into in this video because I haven't got the time to, but I've used it a few times now. It's fine, it does the job. You will use Apple CarPlay, obviously, or Android Auto, but if you want to use the built-in car entertainment system in VWs, they are pretty good, to be honest. So I'm still in comfort at the moment, and the first thing I'll say is that it's a very comfortable ride. There's something there though. It's got that real sense of adventure and fun. It's like, Mark, come on. Okay, we're going to go onto a dual carriageway now, so I can open her up a little bit. That was an evil laugh, wasn't it? Where did that come from? So if I put it into a different mode, let's go for sport. Okay, nothing changes on the dash. I think the thing is, it's always ready to go. So I was expecting the dials to change or something, but I think the dials are just always like, come on, drive me properly. So nothing changed there. But what has changed in terms of everything else? Steering does feel a little bit more direct. The throttle is a lot more responsive. Yeah, I think the suspension possibly has stiffened up a little bit as well. It feels like a completely different car actually. Right, clear bit of road. Oh, this hasn't got an absolute ton of power. You know, the GTI has never been about that. It's been about having more power than you'd get in the regular version, but a manageable enough amount of power, which means it's fun to drive and it's quick, but it's not stupidly quick. This takes you back to an era where you could have a fast car, but fast didn't mean snapping your neck in half when you put your foot down, because it doesn't do that, and you don't expect it to do that, because that isn't what this car is about. This car is purely about driving, the essence of driving. Someone's just pulled out on me, fantastic. That always happens on these tests as well. Who cares? Oh, oh, oh! Again, it gets to 70 so quickly. Whew. Look at my face. I'm not putting this on. This smile is completely genuine. Again, if you're a car person, and if you're watching this, you are a car person, aren't you? You know what this feeling's like. You know, if you get in a car that is just immediately fun, immediately exhilarating, and again, not because it goes like that, because that is just... I drove a Macan Turbo recently. There might even be on the channel now, the Porsche Macan Turbo, and the fastest thing I've ever driven, like in a straight line, it was unnervingly fast, to the point where you'd kind of go from a standing start and that would be stupidly quick. But then it started to get really weird because the speed would not stop, it kept piling on, and because there's no noise, there's no engine sound, it doesn't relent at all, it's just constant torque. It was just unnatural, impressive, unbelievably impressive, but just unnatural, frightening actually, even if you like driving fast and like fast cars and stuff like I do. But this is just, it takes everything back. Oh, I'm still just on a dual carriageway. I need to find some back roads. Okay, now we're talking. A clear bit of road. Nearly. Oh, it was playing with me then. Come on! Right, now we have a clear bit of road. Ready? I can only apologise about the noises. Oh, sounds great. It's not like a V8 or a V12 or anything like that at all. It's it's not that kind of engine once again, but it's that's an addictive noise. Okay, can't break the speed limit, obviously. This is what it's like testing cars in the UK unless you have your private racetrack, which I haven't got, so I can only take it so far, obviously. But what was interesting then, it was skipping ahead. There was a bit of unruliness there. It wasn't particularly playing ball with the tarmac. It was almost like it was like jumping ahead. Let me see if I can do it again. Clear bit of road. Oh yeah, wow, there's a lot of squirming going on at the front. The front end is really lively. That was in a straight line. This thing it wants to play. It really wants to play. Now this isn't a particularly twisty, windy, windy road, but there's a few turns in it, and it's obviously not troubling this car at all. I'll try and find something a little bit more technical, but it was really skipping along then. Again, it just puts this massive smile on your face. It's really hard to describe, and I mean, again, you will be a car person watching this, so you probably know what I'm talking about, but it's hard to explain if you haven't experienced a car like this before. And I think I've gone down a dead end. Have I gone down a dead end? Probably. This always happens on test drives as well, because you don't really know where you are. However, this is a great way to test how manoeuvrable this thing is, and because it is so relatively small, really straightforward. This is also a very terrible road, awful surface. It's okay actually. It's stiff. It's a stiff car, but that's all right. I can deal with that. Again, I'm still in sport, so you have to expect it to be a little bit stiff, but that was fine. Could you live with this Yeah, you definitely could. I I'm in the search of interesting roads. I keep hitting 30-mile-an-hour speed limits in villages, which is very pretty but very annoying. The throttle response in this car is really interesting, because it's definitely, there's a bit of lag between you putting your foot down and the turbo spooling up. You can hear it spooling away in the background, but you can kind of judge it quite nicely, so you can kind of preempt when it happens. Now, I've been driving solely with the DSG gearbox, so if I stick it into manual with my little paddles here, let's see what that's like. If we can get out of this village, that would be good, wouldn't it? I think we can do that here. So go down to first. Here we go. Oh, wow. Sorry, I couldn't talk then, I was concentrating. Again, not breaking the speed limit here, genuinely. It feels, interestingly, a lot quicker than it feels like you're going a lot quicker than you actually are. That definitely did, right. So it red lines just after 6,500 RPM, I think. I've probably got that wrong, I need to concentrate. But yeah, it's definitely got that small car thing where you feel like you're going, I'm not just saying this, you genuinely feel like you're going a lot quicker than you are. Oh, this is a lot of fun. The problem is that I've got to get back to VW HQ now. This really is a smash and grab. It's the end of the day, I've got to get back to their location. I think I will have to wrap the video up here, because I've got to turn around now and go back to VW HQ. This is the challenge with these smash and grab days. You can only show so much, and that's why you haven't really just watched a review of the Golf GTI Clubsport. Although I guess if you've been on the fence about it, maybe my reaction will have tipped you one way, possibly, into buying it. You've basically just watched someone experience a Golf GTI for the first time. Oh, hang on, clear road. Slow down, obviously. Oh, it really squirms around, but not in a way that is scary. It's reminding you that you need to keep an eye on the road, obviously, but you need to know what you're doing here. You need to make the most of this, because this is going to be a fun ride. You're not just going to go straight down the road, you know, cleanly. Is it torque steer? No, not really. It is putting a lot of power down through those front wheels. Oh, it's just so much fun. I wish I had this car for longer. But yeah, I need to wrap it up, don't I? And what's my conclusion here? My first ever drive of a Golf GTI. Amazing. Is it like meeting your heroes and that being a bad thing? No, it's the opposite of that. It is meeting your hero, or one of your heroes, and it being everything you expected. Simple as that. It's just, this car, I want a reason to need one, and I haven't got one. We've got two cars at home. My car is a Range Rover Sport, a 2018 Range Rover Sport, which I love, but it's not this. And but I've got no reason to have one of these yet. Guys, thank you for getting this far in this particular video, because there probably hasn't been very much footage of the car from the outside, because it's all been me driving it. But I'd love to know if you like these sort of videos. Do you like these kind of reaction videos where I drive something that I've never driven before, but I've wanted to drive for quite a while? If you do, we'll do more of them. And obviously, if you haven't hit subscribe yet, you know what to do. If you liked this video, hit the like button. Get involved in the comments with your stories of Golf GTIs and stuff. And oh, such a big smile on my face. I love what cars can do to you if you're a car person, which I am. Anyway, guys, I've got to sign off because I'm waffling now. I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.